What's going on? Volcano Beast, the Sampler King. You know where we at, live in the lab. Man, and honestly, I'm getting back to work, man. Like, this is like my vacation time. The average person takes vacation around like the holiday time. Me, the NCAA tournament is my hobby. Because there's no point in me trying to work when all these games are on, because I'm going to watch them. And especially now, I got a nephew that plays on one of the teams. So I drove out of town a couple times, so it's been crazy these last couple weeks. So I haven't really been in the lab. So it's like 4 or 5 things that I really want to talk about. Honestly, I'm just going to give y'all 2 in this video right here. But before we get into all that, do me a favor, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're going to get into it. Before you do that, wipe your feet. You know how I get down. Wipe your feet, man. It's been raining. Wipe your feet. Let's go. All right, let's get into that first thing, man. It was hard for me not to talk about this, man, because this thing was the answer to my prayers. The Wave Stream plugin. We've been like, it's been companies. Let me go back and forth to that. Wave did not invent the concept behind this plugin. There were other companies that did this before Waves. Waves just perfected it. They appled it. So they perfected it and made it easy for us to use it. What is it? It's a plugin that you can use to listen remotely or collaborate remotely with another person that's got a DAW, or for you to be able to check your mixes easily without having to print 35,000 times. So it comes with 2 plugins. It's a sender plugin and a receiver plugin. What's so dope about that is you can, when you set it up, put it on like a bus. I think in the first video that people were saying, like, cause I experimented with it, I was on like the little beta team. So technically I've had it for like 3 months. That's why I said it was hard for me not to talk about it. I had it for like 3 months. So when I was experimenting with it, they were first telling us to put it on the master bus and all that. I think that's absolutely how you should not use it. You should not use it on your master bus, because when you using it to collaborate, if you put it on the master, then it's going to create a feedback loop, and that happened. That's the reason I'm saying this, because this happened to me. So do not put it on the master bus. You make a bus for it. It could be just another master, but it can't be the master going out like coming from everything. It could be another bus that just got the whole mix, because the whole point is, if you don't make another aux for it, let's say I got 4 auxes. I make aux 5, my Wave Stream aux to send out to a guitar player that's in Indonesia or something, whatever, or in Cleveland. He has the Wave Stream plugin too. When he puts his receiver on, then he gives me back my SYN. Then if I put it on the master, then it's gonna be my feed going back in from his feed and all that. Nah, you make 2 different ways of like communicating. So you make, I got best results when I made a bus and just sent someone like the music, and then made another bus to receive on. They not crisscrossing. So that was my best results using it. But the first initial use of it, when I first opened the plugin up, you open it up, boom, big knob on it, you click it, turn it on, boom, then automatically the QR code pops up, then you know it's activated. What's cool about it is the first time I used it, QR code is shared it. I was down in my basement. That's where my production lab at. Went upstairs because I like to listen to stuff on my, I got a Bluetooth little surround system in the house, in the living room. So I like to listen like when I make beats and just see how it sound, because everything sound good. I got my Barefoots, I got my Adams, everything sound good downstairs. I want to see how it's going, if my kicks and everything punching through, or if I'm working with some vocals to see if they punch through in just regular almost consumer level speakers, because a surround system is a little bit better than consumer level, but well, technically it's consumer level. It ain't audio file, so you get what I'm saying though. So I was able to check what I was doing in real time in the basement. Muted the speakers downstairs, just went upstairs, listened on my phone, boo. Then I sent the link to people, they listened. It was nuts. It was like, it blew my mind, because like I say, we've been trying to get to this point where it's that easy. It's been companies that tried to do it. It just wasn't that easy. Waves perfected it. It's literally a link. As soon as you hit the button, they give you a link. And what's cool about it is like, it got security features in it where when you close your DAW, that link expires. So every time you open a plugin iteration, that's one link. So when that link expires, is no longer active. Like when you close the DAW, it's no longer active. So that's dope. I like that because you could have sent somebody a link, and then the next day you open up the session, you might have forgot it's still on the. You send them the music, then you open it back up, and they still got the link. And I like the fact that it expires. So yeah, like I say, it's a thumbs up, man. I love the fact that I didn't have to pay more for it because it's part of both subscriptions, and you can subscribe to it by itself. So I don't see the point of that. Like, that's the only rebuttal I got. It's like $9 a month to subscribe to it by itself, when you could just pay for like one of the levels is like 15. I'd rather do that. I don't want to but like I say, you could be, because like now a lot of time with this music versal stuff and that type of working, where we working like people like me, beat maker, working with real musicians. Oh, this is it. It's cool because as soon as the person on the other end, they get your playhead location, so that's nice. If you mixing somebody's stuff and they like, man, I've had people say, man, at 222, I want my word to echo 3 times. I've had that before. So that's really easy to do. Instead of them sending you a laundry list of stuff, they literally can talk to you right there when you're listening to it. It's features on it. Let me backtrack. It's features on it where y'all can talk to each other. So if that person has got the plug-in also, y'all can literally talk back and forth with each other with it's like almost a talk back on and off button up in there, and you can control the gain of it and all that, so it won't feedback and go crazy on you. So like I said, I probably started using it back in like January, man. I've had it for like 3 months. So yeah, I'm glad we can finally talk about it. It came out officially like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but like I say, this is like my holiday, man. I barely probably made any beats. I mixed like 2 songs, probably made 3 beats like since the beginning of March. I've been out of the studio, I've been out of the loop. So I'm back in. I got a few things I'm excited about, and this Waves, when I'm finally happy that I could talk about it, because it's been under wraps for like 3 months. So, but yeah, the Wave Stream plugin. If you subscribe to Waves already, you got it. To be honest, they made it so it was already in there. And that's the thing that really that made it hard for me not to talk about it, because everybody I knew who already had the Waves thing, I just tell them, man, just look in your account. I can't tell you exactly what's going on, but look in your account. There's other plugins in there. It was technically in there for anybody who had like the Waves subscription. It was in there. You just had to look in your account. But we just couldn't talk about it online or nothing like that, or do no reviews or nothing like that until I forgot what date it was. It was the middle of last month it came out. So yeah, Wave Stream plugin, it's awesome. Thumbs up, top level. Like I was saying, these companies, they be fighting for the crown. Waves trying to get the crown this year. Like, thumbs up to Waves. They the front runner this year for real. 2024 might be theirs. Wave Stream plugin, man. All right, second on my list today. You know I gotta talk about it. The MPC Stems finally came out. Like I say, I'm about a couple weeks behind on the video, but I'm not a couple weeks behind when it came out. I bought that thing immediately because we was waiting for it for like what, 3-4 months. They first showed it. I forgot who that was. I was mad. Somebody, one of our favorite producers had it and was teasing us with it, and we looking like, man, when it's coming? It finally came. It made me update my MPC and my software, because I never used the software ever. And people be looking at me, why you never use the software? Like, I'm literally only using half the capabilities of the MPC, because, man, keeping it real, not being cocky or bragging, man, I got like the best synths there is. So I don't need to make beats inside my computer technically. Like, I got a Mini Moog and a Prophet and like SB12. I got gear, dog. So I don't need to make beats inside of the computer. So, but when it comes to this stem, just another way of creativity, yes, I'm all for it. Especially because when you hook up your MPC, well, you all know this, when you hook up the MPC and put it in controller mode, it doesn't feel any difference. I believe I just don't use the software, because when I first bought my MPC, my computer was crappy. I believe that's what it really is. So my computer really couldn't handle it. So I just got used to like not using it, man. I always got a dope mono synth. I always got a dope poly synth. So I kind of don't need the stuff like the extra, like the plug-in capabilities on my computer. And plus, just about every plug-in they make works standalone except for the stem. So I never really got into like using the software part. So now I'm into the software part. And let me tell you, man, I do feel dope that I can like pull up like my Arturia plugins and stuff inside of that, but that's another video. Let's get back to the stems. A1, like I said, I bought it as soon as it came out, man. Like it was $9, $9.99. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe that they only charged us $10 for this, because they could have got like 50 or 80 about us how we was anticipating. They definitely could have got $80 out of us. So kudos to them for not overcharging us for that, because they could have got away with it definitely, because I think Serato stems is like $100 by itself, 80 or 100 by itself. So they could have, I mean, not Serato stems, but Serato sample is like $80 or 100 by itself, even though you buying more than just the stem capabilities. But now in 2024, that's what we mostly looking for. That's why Isotope got it. That's why I think Ableton's probably gonna get it built in eventually. You know what I'm saying? So the stems, man, the MPC stem, I say Serato's might be still slightly a little bit better. You hear less artifacts, but the Serato sample workflow can't touch the MPC workflow. So I give up that little bitty sound quality. Let's just say Serato sound quality, nothing is a 10. Serato sound quality is a 9, let's say. Akai's is like a 7.5, almost 8. I give up that sound quality for the workflow that I get on the MPC. Because when you bust them down, you get bass, drums, vocal, and other, which is usually like synths. That's the, to be honest, other is what it doesn't do as well. That's why I hear the most artifacts, like bass, vocal, drums. They on point, man. Just taking vocals off of a sample. I haven't heard anything bad yet. I probably did it like 10 times. So, and that's me sampling in, and that's me just grabbing stuff, wave files that I already got in the library and dumping them in. It doesn't matter. Like, so that's what was important too, because like Serato sample, like, can't compare to it in that way, because you can't just record into Serato sample. You feel what I'm saying? You can just record into your MPC, into a pad, and then just dump it, then just open that little, go to the effect, I mean, not the sample edit portion, then go over that boop, then it's right there. You got to do a little bit more if you actually sampling off vinyl to do it inside of Serato sample. So that's cool. That's big kudos for that. But yeah, I just can't, I don't have anything negative to say about it, man. Honestly, this this MPC Stems thing is kind of taking like some creativity to another level. Cause like I say, Serato Stems had started already. I was hooked on it for a second. I was Serato Stem and everything. Even old beats. I may have like some drums that I like, man, I don't even remember doing those drums. Do I even got that session? Let me get these drums. I did like 7, 8, 10 years ago. So I was going crazy with the stems when I first got Serato stems. The MPC stem made me go back to sampling off vinyl. I haven't sampled off vinyl, man. Like, I'm probably the only person, man, that got 10,000 records that don't sample off vinyl at all, because that's how I started. I got a whole garage full of records, man. Like, it's kind of stupid that I got so many records and I don't even listen to them and don't even use them. I used to listen to them for inspiration. Then I got into my own head on some, I don't know, nothing else inspired me or Mick Moon music. So it's going to make me go back to like, just making beats for like sport, I would say. Because that's technically why I stopped sampling off vinyl, because I'm like, bro, I can't clear this stuff, man. I'm not ever gonna get paid for these beats, so let me stop doing this. So I started like using Splice or TrackLib or listening to stuff and trying to recreate the feel with my own way of playing it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going back to the art of just like, okay, hearing something dope, being, oh man, that horn on that, let me strip it down. Hopefully it strips down. Hopefully it's not a synth or any type of other texture going on, because I could strip everything off and then boom, now I got that horn. So yeah, man, like I couldn't imagine if we had this, like, because like I say, the other programs is cool. Let me not act like they invented it. Once again, they didn't invent this. But the fact that it's inside of the MPC with the same MPC workflow basically of like they literally, the way you pull up stems inside of the MPC software, if it was MPC stems on like an MPC 2000, it would work exactly the same way, because it's just inside of the sample menu, boom, sample edit menu is just a feature. Boom, stem it out. It would work exactly the same if it came out 30 years ago. I don't mean it'd be the same result. I mean like just the MPC workflow. If you a person I've been using MPCs for like 25 years almost now, man. So it didn't make me feel like I had to do anything extra to make this work or to implement it in my workflow. It was nice, man. So big shout out to Akai for finally giving us this. I hope they're able to do it on the MPC itself, because the MPC, we all know, is lacking like RAM capability. It's only like 4 gigs of RAM. So I don't know if that 4 gigs of RAM is powerful enough to be pulling stems. So hopefully those engineers over there at Akai can get it to be standalone, because I'm taking my little break, my vacation from my full standalone production for now to be able to use them stems. But I want to get back to like not even having to turn my computer on and being able to use my MPC with all the features. So like I say, big shout out to MPC, man. It was $10. $10 well, that's what threw me out too, because when I first got it, I'm like, is this a subscription? Why is it $10? Oh, no, it's $10 one time. Let me get that ASAP. I bought it like literally an hour after it came out. I was up, I think it dropped like late somewhere overseas, something that's 9-10 hours ahead of me. I bought it, then went to sleep, then got up and used it. So yes, MPC Stems, we've been waiting for it. It's here, and I've been using it like I said, I haven't been making any videos, any content in the last like 3 weeks, but I probably used it. To be honest, I haven't been making any full beats, but I have been using stems though. Cause like I got into the habit a couple years ago, man. Like when I got into track-a-lib heavy, to when I'm not feeling inspired and like when I'm feeling like I'm just forcing drums on top of beats and forcing bass, it don't sound right. So just do dope stuff with chopping and don't even put drums on it. Just do dope stuff with stripping stuff off with these stems now. And then it's just there ready to go for when I'm in the zone. We all know what those zones we get in. Some of them we get into those zones. Man, I'm fortunate with my profession. I'm in the studio, or I'm out doing live sound or running somebody live stream. I may have 6-7 days in a row I'm doing stuff, and then 3 days I ain't doing nothing. So I'll be up all night sometimes just making beats, and that's how my workflow, that's how I would say my workload doesn't look like I'm not doing anything. So even like these last 3 weeks I was off. In about 3 weeks though, I'm gonna have one of those creative periods. MPC Stems is probably gonna spur it, and I'm probably gonna make 30 beats in like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how my workflow works. So that's why a couple years ago I got into the habit and the mindset like, man, right now everything you're doing is garbage, but the ear is still there. You still hear stuff that you might want to chop up on track-a-lib or something like that. So, or even on YouTube, whatever. I'm not a bougie chopper. Like, I don't care where I get it from now, especially if I can clear it. I don't care where it come from. So this is gonna be dope. Like I said, I'm getting back to my vinyl. I was in the garage cleaning off vinyl like a couple days ago. So I'm literally gonna buy myself some shelves now to put in the back of my studio, so a lot of my vinyl can start coming in the crib instead of being in the garage where it's been the last 5 to 10 years. So yeah, so MPC Stems is making me work a little bit different. We back in the lab. That's how it goes. So yeah, before we get out of here though, do me a favor, hit that like for me, hit that subscribe. Hit up my website too, man. Like, I redesigned my website. Do me a favor, go on there, check out my website. Check out my merch page. Like, that's what I got on. I do my own merch. If you don't know, I'm an artist. Before I was like a musician, I was like an actual artist. Can use paint and charcoal. I'm a real artist. So I started doing that 30 years ago, probably. I'm an artist. So I like designing. So most of the stuff you see me, I designed it. It's my own. So check out my merch page. Check out my site. I got a sound design / drum kit site coming. It's all on it. It's previews on the website. Just go check everything out. Let me know how the redesign look. Cause I had my site up, man. This is just a sidebar. If you got a site up, man, you're not supposed to wait like 10 years to redesign it. And I did. And I looked at my Google Analytics, man. People was going on my site like, let me get the hell out of here, dog. So you got to keep your site fresh and up to date. So, or at least like, it ain't got to be like up to date, meaning like doing what other people doing, but at least like not be the same weird site that like got little weird things on it and all that. So I never redesigned my site. I built my site probably like 2012-ish, and I never redesigned it. And what was dope then is not dope now. So I never redesigned my site. I never got anybody to do it. I'm one of those weirdos. I be bragging about it. I'm a carpenter. I know how to get in there and do it. So I like doing my own stuff. I'm a creative person. So I just never took the time to do it in these last like month. Like I say, I've been not making music. I haven't been recording. So I've been doing a lot of creative stuff, making designs and doing all the cover art for all my sound design kits and all that. I've been working on that stuff. So it made me redesign my site. So do me a favor, go in there, look at my site. Let me know what you think about it, how it navigates and all that. Not that I'm trying to promote and have you go buy stuff. No, just tell me how it navigates on your phone, on your device. Give me some feedback. Let me know, man. We in this together. Peace.